Well. Here we are. I hope the notification has gone out. And let's see who are the first people to show up. Who's going to be the first person this time? Oh, wow. Shegun Fatumo again. Dora Altberry, evening. Wow. Shegun has really been impressive. Really been impressive. Let me see if this one will be clearer. I'm wondering about the light. This might be a little bit clearer, right? Or am I getting it wrong? Yeah. Wow. I lost some of you. Jigem Eric, welcome. Seslova, welcome. Oyekashi, Awodu, Abi, Victor Ogundikwe, Gloria, Charles Uche, Maris, Dari, Ludovic, Nkiro is here, Comfort, Bola. Well, you know, so many of you have entered already. Bobo, Flair, Jane, Ekunsame, Afi, Mayowa is here. Oh, Mayowa is shared. Good. Let's go ahead and share the links if you don't mind. Please, everybody that is here already, please, let's go ahead and share the link, please. Let's go ahead and share the link, okay? We need this link. Let's go ahead and share the link. Please go back to your to your timeline and share the link, please. Let's go share the link. We will need it, or other people might need it. It's going to be revolutionary today as usual. So let's go share the link, okay? If you don't mind. Let's go share the link. Okay. Did they say the voice is bad? Video is bad. Okay. Video is bad. Is that true for everybody? Is video bad, or is just for the brother? I think the video is supposed to be. For me, it's like it's okay. What do you think? Is the video bad, or is the video okay? Am I sitting in the wrong place this time? Voice is okay. What about the video? It's fine, right? I changed the place I normally sit this time because I thought this should be better. Video is good, so everybody say video is good, so it might be the problem of that brother. Well, let's go. I'm so a bit nervous today. This topic has made me a little bit nervous, not because I'm scared of anything, but I'm just concerned that you people get it. I'm just so much. I'm feeling burden. I'm feeling the burden for everybody. I'm feeling the burden that people will get me right and people will get this topic and that I'll be able to help people. I just hope I'll be able to help people. Well, thank you so much. Well, let's go. The topic for today: how the world system enslaves you. How the world system enslaves you. And, you know, I've spoken about the world system. You remember we spoke about Uncle Sam and what I said about Uncle Sam. Stop working for Uncle Sam. So what is the difference between this topic today and the one I had spoken about for the past 2 days? With these 2 days, when I spoke about Uncle Sam and you stop working for Uncle Sam, my emphasis is working. My emphasis was on working. I want you to see the difference. When I spoke about Uncle Sam, I was talking about we working for Uncle Sam. How Uncle, you know, that what is Uncle Sam and how we are working for it. And then I spoke about getting out of the bondage of Uncle Sam. You know, getting ourselves free, setting ourselves free from the Uncle Sam bondage, and stop working. Just stop working for Uncle Sam. Begin to work for God. Begin to work for yourself. That is what we spoke about the last one day and 2 days. But today, the difference is I'm still going to be talking about the world system and how it ends. But this time I'm going to be talking about how the world system enslaves people. How the world system, the world economic system is enslaving you. How it is. So what we spoke about before was working for the system. But now we are talking about how it is enslaving. So you might see similarity in some of the things, but it will only help you to get better understanding and a clearer mind. Then tomorrow I will be speaking about, you can't believe this, the laws of money. Tomorrow, in the morning and in the evening, I will be dealing with the topic, the laws of money. So I will be, coming out with concrete, just step by step, 30 points on the laws of money. Just today also, I will be giving you 30 points on how the world system enslaves you. And we are going to make each one of these messages into a book. How the world system enslaves you. So let's go, if you are ready. How the world system enslaves each and every one of us. But it's no more enslaving me. It cannot enslave me anymore. My eyes have opened and I've gotten my deliverance from the world system. And I'm praying for you. And my wish for all of you is that God will help you to also open your eyes and to also get so free from the world system. Number one point you want to notice today, you want to note for yourself, if you are writing down, I have 30 points here for you. Number one point is, the world economic system is a trap. It's a trap to enslave most people in the world. Just like in the olden days, slavery used to come in chains. It used to come through bondages, sheep. They brought the black people in sheep from Africa to the rest of the world. But today, especially when I got to America, my first few years of going to America, I was crying always in my hotel. I was always crying. And immediately I understood, because before I went to America, I used to look at America as the richest country in the world. But after I came back from America, I saw America as the biggest slavery plantation in the world. I'm sorry for that. The biggest slave plantation in the world. As rich as the country is, most people in that country don't even have a taste of that wealth. If I have money, some people are saying, where is it better to live? If I have money, of course, with development, if you are talking about the development, America is the best. If you have your money, go and live in America. But if you want to work in America, if you have your money, you can go and live in America to enjoy America. America is wonderful. For me, it's the greatest country in the world. But if you want to work, if you want to make money and work, it is the worst slave plantation in the whole world. And of course, England, the same thing. And Western world is just horrible. And I'm so happy I'm going to Nigeria. We must do everything to avoid that kind of system in Africa, in our country, Nigeria, because the way things are going, in these countries, everybody is copying these Western countries, and I'm so sorry, but the truth is, the citizens of this, I thought when I was going to America, I thought America was the freest country in the world. I thought I was going to a free country, and I was so excited, looking forward to it. When I got there, I understood that no, slave trade stopped 200 years or how many years ago, but slave trade now is no more for black people. It's for almost everybody. Maybe only 3% or 1% of America alone is not under slavery. I think the whole country is just a big slave plantation. I am so sorry for this. If you're an American, I don't want to assault you or insult you. And, I love your country, but I'm just revealing to you the system in that country. The same thing in England. When I go to England, I shed tears at seeing my own people, especially African people who go there to make a living. They are just working like slaves. And some of them wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, going to first job, second job, third job, just struggling until they die. And their children, they don't have time for them. Their children end up in prisons. Their children end up in some centers. And the same thing in all these Western countries. It is so sad. It is so sad. I went to Canada. I mean, they said I thought they said it as the standard, the highest standard of living. When I got to Canada, I saw people complaining like I never saw people in Africa complain. They are complaining that the fuel is increased by 1 cent or 2 cents. I said, what is the problem with 2 cents? Go to Nigeria where they are increasing it every day by I don't know how many dollars. You got your something increased by 1 cent or 2 cents. You are crying. What will Africans do? But things are just so hard for them because they are working all day through day and night and everything like that. Hey, my purpose for teaching you this thing, feel my heart, is to help you. I just want to help you. Please, just my heart. I think it's the heart of God. God created you. He died for you. He doesn't want you to be entrapped by the system of this world. He doesn't want you to end up serving this world. He doesn't want you to end up serving the system of this world. God created you for himself. God created you for his glory, for you to glorify him, not to end up tying yourself down under the system of this world that is enslaving you, that you have to work and just hardly make a living. That is not the purpose of God's death for you. He died for you so that you might be able to be free to soar and be able to be free to glorify your Lord and Maker. But the reality of situation is that right now, the way the world economic system is set up is that it is a trap. And how do they get us? How do they get us into that trap? That's number 2 point now. The world economic system is set up in such a way that we live in a world of pressure. We have good pressure and we have bad pressure. The pressure starts from our childhood. When we are born, the pressure starts by saying we must go to school. And we are looking at school as something good, which is good. Education is one of the best things that the world has ever invented. It's very good. But the people who control the system of this world, the people who rule the new economic, what they call it, new world order, and the people who control the economy of the world, they have now learned to use education for their own means, for their own goals. And they have now started using education as a form of pressure. A pressure that will lead you right into the trap of the economic system of this world. How does that work? Once you get born, your parents begin to tell you, you must go and get education. You must go and get education. As if it is education that determines your standard of living. And we know that education does not determine your wealth. Education does not always determine your standard of living. We've spoken about it, that all of us know people who are educated. And most of us are educated who are listening to me. Most of you are school graduates, or you are college graduates, or you are university graduates. And you know it, that being a graduate does not secure you economic prosperity. Even when you have good job, even when you are well employed. We are not even talking about the people who are not employed. And I told you the other day that being a graduate does not mean that you'll be rich. Being a graduate does not mean that you'll be wealthy. Being a graduate does not mean that you'll be economically sound. This doesn't follow. Even though basic education is necessary. That is why most of the people we know in the world today, like Bill Gates, like some of those rich people, some of them did not even finish university. Some of them were school dropouts. Why? Because the way education is being used today is to entrap people, is to make you go into the workforce, is to make you go right from college or right from university into workforce. So education has now become a recruiting system that the system of this world makes to enslave people, make you to go into the forced work and be working for the people who control the economy. So what education now does is to produce workers. Education now is being used, colleges, universities are now being used as production process, as a production line. So that is producing new workforce, new workers to come and work as managers, to come and work as directors, to come and work as head of department. And we are rejoicing. Yes, I'm a manager. They have employed me as a director. Oh, I am a manager. Oh, I am a head of department. Oh, I'm going to get promotion. We are dreaming of it. And some of our parents even make us to dream of it and think that, oh, you get a good employment there. You get good job there. You get good job there. And that is the slavery. When they begin to push you to go and get a job in one place or the other, either in government or private, that is how your slavery starts. That is how your enslavement starts. This is how the world system enslaves you. It starts enslaving you from the time you are in school. You begin to think about going to study well. They say you must study well so that you get a good job. So you are already programming yourself to become a slave. So they said, okay, then when you finish studying well, you become one of the good students. They put you and they give you a good employment, and that is already slavery. So you are looking for a way and dreaming of getting a good employment, but you will never rule, you will never control, you will never be in charge, you will never be told how the world system works, you will never be told how the law of money works, you will never be told what to do to be the one controlling the economy, not the one being employed as a worker in the economy. So that is the pressure that follows us. After school, we go to university. Those are pressure. Then even in the society, we come under pressure. We come under different kind of pressure that enslaves us. That's number 2. Number 3. And some of you will be saying, how do we get out of it? If you want to know how to get out of the world system, you could go and listen. I will talk about it here today also and tomorrow, but and all this week I'm going to be talking about it 2 times a day. But if you already want to know some things, go listen to the old recordings I did yesterday, day before yesterday, last week and everything. They are there in the internet. They are there on my YouTube, Sunday Adelaja Official. Go there and go and listen to each of the old ones. If you didn't listen to the old ones, you might be confused. Like some people were writing yesterday, we are confused. Yes, you are going to be confused if you don't listen from the beginning. So go spend time to listen to some of the things I've said before. They will help you. Okay. Now, number 3 point. Another way that the world system, remember my topic today is how the world system enslaves you. One of maybe the strongest instrument that the world system use to enslave people today is the pressure to make money. The pressure to make money. Because money answers all things. That's what the Bible says. Even the Bible tells us that money answers all things. But that doesn't mean that you should come under the power and under the influence of money. But because that money is not meant to be a master. Money is not meant to be served. But we are not told that. We are not told that we are serving money. And whatever you give yourself in obedience to, that is what you serve. Whatever you bring, whatever motivates you, that is what is your Lord. So if it is money that is motivating you to wake up in the morning to go and work, that is your Lord. But if you are being motivated by the desire to fulfill God's desire, God's purpose on your life, then God is your Lord. So whatever is motivating you, it is your Lord. To whomever you give yourself to in obedience is your master, is who you are a slave to. That is Romans chapter 6. So we know that, but let's face it. I want you to be truthful about this thing and be truthful to yourself. What is the major thing that motivates you every day? Even when you are going to study, even when you go to school, is it not the desire to make money? What is the main thing that motivates you when you wake up every day to go to work? Is it not the desire to make money? What is the thing that makes you to go to work, to be looking and striving, everything, struggle, everything? Is it not desire to make money? If you are going to that work, if you are going to work because of salary, if you are going to do that job to make money, that means you are under that same world system. You have been enslaved. And what that means is that you are serving mammon. You are under the lordship of money. And that is not the way it's supposed to be. You are supposed to be under the lordship of your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So if you are under the lordship of money, then you could be manipulated. Then you could be controlled. Then you could be bought. Then you could be useless. Your life could be just rubbish because you need money. So you could be enslaved, you could be captivated, you could be put under bondage because you need money. And because you need that money, you will agree to do anything. You will be willing to just make some more money. So that is one of the greatest instrument in the hand of Satan today, the desire and the pressure to make money. And everything is set around the world in such a way that things are flashing before your eyes like this. Things are flashing. They make things, flashy things. They do flashy house. They make everything just for you to know that without money you are dead. Without money you are nothing. Without money you are finished. That is the whole idea. Satan wants, the whole system is built in such a way that you are totally paralyzed without money. And that is what Satan wants you to know, that you depend on us. You cannot do without us. We have you. You are under our control. You are under our bondage. This is how Satan empowers people. Enslaves people. Again, how the world system enslaves you. And you must know this thing. And when you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So that is number what? Was it number 3? Number 4 now. Number 4 point. Number 4 point is, the problem with money is that sometimes it's not even making money, that is the problem. But serving money is the problem. We are supposed to rule over money, not serve money. We are supposed to have dominion over money, not serve money. But there is even another danger. Number 4 point. There is even another danger with money. And that danger is that once you begin to make money, the system of the world is set up in such a way that they encourage you to make money. They push you to make money. They put you under enormous pressure to make money. And once you begin to make that money, then now another pressure begins to come on you. And that other pressure is also directed at enslaving you. The next pressure that comes on you, first of all, you are dreaming of going to get a good job. How I'm going to get that job. Oh, how much am I going to be making? Oh, but once you begin to make that money, you will discover soon that the money is not enough. No matter what your starting salary is, no matter how much they begin to pay you in the beginning, even if they begin to pay you $500,000 every month, you will discover that the end of the month, that is not enough. I bet you that. Because the system of the world is wired in such a way that no matter how much they pay you, so that you will still become in fact, let me tell you something about salary. The whole idea about salaries is that it will just be enough for you to come back for another one. The whole idea about salary is that to give you just enough. And whatever you are making is just like 1 or 2%, less than 10% of what you have made for the company. So you have worked for the company that month and you have made, let's say, $100,000 for the company, and you just get $1,000 or $2,000. So you only get a fraction of what you have made for the company but they will give you just enough for you to come back, just enough for you to keep on coming back. Just enough for you to keep on desiring more. Just enough for you to keep on working harder. But that is even not the most important, the most painful part of it. The most painful part of the world system for you to be enslaved more is that once you make your salary and they give it to you like this, they have already set everything around you to push you. You come under another pressure. And the next pressure you come under is this. The pressure to spend what you've just made. As soon as you are coming out from your office, or if you are coming out from your accountant's office, from your bookmaker's office, the next thing that is eating your head is where you to spend that money now. Because you have seen everything. You have seen so many things around you. Within that month that you are working, there are so much points, so much temptations that are coming to your mind, so much things that have been built. So, okay, for example, you could see a hotel that has been built by the same people who are paying you, because they know that you want to take your family on a vacation to that hotel. So they are paying you. They have built amusement parks. They have built restaurants. They have built malls. They have built supermarket by the same people who are paying you. The same system that is paying you has built already enticements. Have built already other places where you will go immediately. You are getting the money, where you will go and just flash the money, where you will go and just spend the money immediately. So everything is around you, is surrounded you, so that immediately you get the money, there are things that are waiting for you. There are joints that are waiting for you to just spend it, and you are not even aware of it. This is what the world system does. The world system is enslaving you, and they are paying you. You think they are paying you well, but why is it that the money by the end of the month is always not enough? Because the things they've set all around you, they have surrounded you with enticements and temptations that so that as soon as you have been paid the money, you are going to give it back to them. When you are spending the money for your fuel, you are giving back the money to the people who just get paid you. When you are spending the money in your grocery store, you are giving the money back. The money is returning back to the person who just paid you. When you are paying for your credit and for your credit card, the money is just going back again to the people, to the same system who just paid you. When you are sending your money on amusement or on family vacation or all other things, hotel, all those things, restaurant, the money is going back again to the people who are just giving you the money. So it is the rich that gets richer all the time, and you think you are rich, but you are only rich for a temporary time, for some choice, you are rich in your illusions, you are rich in your mirage, you are just rich in your fantasy, because as soon as it's coming to your hand, somebody is already waiting there to take it from you, and you don't even think about it, because that is the way the whole world works, and you are thinking that is just life. That's how life is, and there is nothing you can do about it. No, you can do something about it. And with this teaching that I'm giving to you, there is a way out. There is deliverance at the end of the day. And those are the things we are going to be talking about more and more this week. And tomorrow I'm going to talk more and more about these things, how to set yourself free. Okay? Now, next point, number 5. Another way the world economic system traps you and enslaves you is that the world system celebrates big men. The world system does not celebrate humility. The world system does not celebrate meekness. The world system celebrates more big men. This world system is meant to celebrate successful people. It's meant to celebrate achievements. It's celebrating big men. So what that is doing is that it's programming the mind of every other person who is not big right now. It's programming them to begin to think that, okay, since it is only rich people that are celebrated, since it's only big men that are celebrated, it means I must do everything to work harder. I must begin to work harder. I must make money by all means. I must become a big man. So what that is doing is that by seeing that the whole world is celebrating big men, rich men, and people who are successful, then it programs in you the desire to also go and sell yourself even more, to go and sell your time, to go and sell your talent, to go and even upgrade yourself, study more, and to go and give yourself as a slave to the system. You have to work harder. You have to upgrade yourself more. You have to do everything to be more to become even a bigger man. But when you are doing that through the world system, by working for the world system, it only enslaves you more. It ends up enslaving you more and more. And by the time you realize it, you are so busy, you working, and then but as much as you are working, so as much also is your money disappearing. The same money they are giving you, they already have the outlets in place to take them back from you. Okay, next point. And that is number 6 right now. So big manism is one thing. Your desire to be big, your desire to be respected, your desire to be honored by the people of this world is enslaving you. That is another way that Satan uses to enslave people into the world system. The world system uses that to enslave you. Another way that the world system uses to enslave you is advertisement. Advertisement is a whole industry of enslavement. Advertisement is a whole industry that Satan uses to just tempt us. And because you are seeing the things, and most of us know already that advertisement is a temptation, and that through advertisement that we are desiring things that we don't really need. Advertisement makes you to desire what you don't need. Advertisement makes you to spend money on what will not even benefit you. Advertisement makes you to be convinced that you need to let your money go even when you have the money has not even arrived in your hand. Advertisement causes you to lose your mind and to become addicted. Advertisement makes people to become addicted, just like people become addicted to drugs or they become addicted to alcoholism. Advertisement makes you to be addicted to shopping. Advertisement makes you to addicted to buying what you don't need. Advertisement makes you to be addicted to being like other people. So the whole advertising industry is one of the strongest instruments that Satan uses to enslave people, because in fact, as a matter of fact, some people are even using credit card. Credit card is when they don't have the money. It's not a debit card. It's just credit card. So they are on loan buying things that just because they have been tempted. They are advertisement is an instrument of lust and greed. So advertisement, if you are the one that like to look at advertisement, and advertisement also sometimes have become subtle now. Advertisement could become so subtle that you don't even see that it's advertisement. Or for example, when you see your friend dressing in such a way or wearing such a something, or they are using car, that is advertisement too. And you think it's not advertisement, but you could be selling yourself into slavery. You could be, enslaving yourself just by the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. So those things are being developed and being propagated by the things of this world, and those things bring you right into slavery because you are seeing all the flashy things and you want to be like everybody else. So advertisement is another way that Satan uses to enslave people, that the system of this world uses to enslave you. Now, next point number 7. We are also being enslaved by our own desire to maintain a certain class. Many people want to be, they want to belong. And, a lot of people want to belong. But if you don't belong in your soul, if you don't see yourself, we have to belong by who God said we are. If God said we are His children, then that is already been belong. That's already belonging. You already belong if you are son of God or child of God. If God already said that you are made in His image and in His likeness, you already belong. If God said greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world, it means you already belong. If the Bible says that you are wonderful, you are beautifully and wonderfully made, or you are fearfully and wonderfully made, if you are wonderfully and fearfully made, you already belong. But that is not enough for a lot of people, and it's because of the pressure that we are living around, that is all around us, that people won't feel that they must belong to a certain class of people, that they must belong to a certain category of some friends, and some they want to live in eyebrow area, they want to drive flashy expensive cars, they want to belong, they want to go to some parties, restaurants. So that desire to want to belong, that class is another thing that Satan is using to captivate us and to enslave us sometimes. So let your belonging, let your self-value be dependent on the value that God has already put in you. Let your self-value be what is coming from your inward spirit, from your inward mind, from the fact of what you know about yourself, not by willingness to belong. Like in my own culture, for example, if you are going to a party and they give you some dress to wear and you don't wear it, people feel they don't feel belong, and because they are feeling that I'm out, because they are, that all kind of thing, that desire to want to belong could be another trap of Satan for you. That is another trap that Satan is using to enslave us, and is making us to slaves, and we to go on because you want to belong. We go and work more. What do you do when you want to belong? When you want to belong, you want to go and work more, otherwise you go and steal or carry drugs. And some people want to do, like for example, in Thailand. I'm a Nigerian, but it's a shame for me to share this, but I will share it anyway. In Thailand and Malaysia, every week they are catching one Nigerian carrying drug, there to that country, and they are killing them. This is a death penalty, and people know that they are going to kill people. Still, other people will go there next week. When I ask, there is a particular group, part of Nigeria where these people come from. When I ask my friends who are from that area, they tell me, Pastor, the pressure from that state or from those particular states is so high. The pressure on people to belong, to be welcome, to be accepted. The pressure to want to belong is what. Even though they know that they have just caught somebody and they could catch them and they will order like death penalty, people still carry the drug, they still push it. So it's a horrible satanic thing. It's to that level. But some of us, our own pressure to belong might not be that satanic, right? Might not be that strong. We might not be as bold as those kind of people. But still, we need to get ourselves set free from that. Like the other time when I was speaking with my one of my disciples, Pastor Sufficient, she was telling you that Pastor Sunday never carries money in his pocket. Because I don't need to impress anybody. I know who I am. If you meet me, you will never see money in my pocket. I never even carry £1 or $1. Why? Because I don't want to. I don't care. I'll think whatever you think about, whatever you want about me. Or say whatever. I know who I am. And it is important that we know who we are. So that pressure, Satan will not use it to captivate us or make us into slaves. And, that is one of the things that Satan uses to enslave people as well. So, someone is saying Anambra people. I know that they have Anambra people, but I don't want to mention it especially because I know a lot of Anambra people too who don't carry drugs. I know a lot of Anambra people who are some of the hardest, the most enterprising people in Nigeria. So I don't want to mention the place because if you want to mention the place, it casts shadow on everybody else. So that's why I'm not mentioning the state or the part of the country because, you don't want, people can have claim I'm almost speaking Russia. They can put people under suspicion or under some kind of so we don't want that to happen anyway. So anyway, next point, one of the means that Satan enslaves people, one of the means that Satan enslaves people and the world system. The message of today is called How the World System Enslaves People. So one of the other means and other thing that Satan, stigma. We don't want people to be stigmatized. We don't want people to be, for stigma to be put on people. That's right. One of the ways that Satan enslaves people is also through our peer pressure. There's something we call peer pressure, and sometimes we think that the peer pressure only is only is only the problem of youth. And that only young people, in high school or primary school, that's where people have peer pressure. No, but I beg to disagree. Peer pressure, we all face peer pressure every day on daily basis. The peer pressure means, the pressure from our friends, pressure from our groups, pressure from our clubs that we belong to, pressure from people that we associate with. People, because they all demand some things to belong to that particular club or group of people or culture. So that pressure from our peers or from our friends, from our colleagues, sometimes could make us to do wrong things. And most of the thing that it makes us to do wrong, most of the time, is that it pushes us to want to perform, to want to impress, and eventually to want to have money, to want to have more money. And because one of the most obvious ways we could impress our peers is to have more money and to prove to them that we too belong. And if you want to have more money that way, then you want to work harder. You want to go and and do some things more and all that. So that is what it's all about. So that peer pressure makes us to go into debt. Some people go into debt because of peer pressure. Some people go into borrowing. Some people go into spending money that they didn't need to spend in the first place. Some people, go and use, their last money just because they want to belong. They want to, because they're coming under the pressure of their peers. So the reason why I put this as a different pressure from the society is that this pressure, we think we don't have it. We think there is no pressure. We normally try not to. We normally try not to do what? We try to say we don't have pressure like this, that this is only for kids or teenagers. No, but apart from teenagers, we all come under peer pressure. Okay, number 9. There is this pressure from the society. No matter where you go to, people are asking you, where do you work? Where do you work? Where do you work? So the society puts pressure on us to go work somewhere. Even if you want to, wait and discover your calling, or you want to please God, you want to discover the best place, you are still developing yourself. Everybody is saying, where do you work? So that's the first question that most people ask you, you want to just feel that, okay, I must go and work somewhere. You must go and work somewhere. But it is not, we shouldn't, we should be careful about putting ourselves under the pressure of the society to go and work somewhere. And I remember when I finished my high school in Nigeria, and I wanted to work somewhere. I was working in a place that was not too prestigious. So anytime they ask you, where are you working, I'm always thinking, oh my God, I need to tell them I'm working in a bank, for example, because there were some of my mates that were working in a bank. And you like to make yourself to feel that you belong, to feel that you are actually somebody that that is, you want to show the society, you want to impress the society, you want to tell somebody that you are working somewhere, or you belong in a place that the society respects. I'm sorry, people are discussing what I talk about, stigmatizing, and the fact that I was not the one who mentioned the state. It was somebody that wrote it on the screen here, the state. So I was not the one who mentioned the state. I didn't want to mention the state initially. This is an argument going, just to end up the argument. That is what I said. I was just I was telling the person who wrote that state there that I was trying to correct the person, that the person didn't need to mention that state. It didn't need to mention that region. I intentionally didn't mention that region or that state because I didn't want to stigmatize people. So I was just trying, it was my attempt to correct the person. I was just trying to tell the person that I know what he wrote there, but I didn't mention it initially because I didn't want people to be stigmatized. So it is not me who mentioned it initially. It was because somebody wrote it. I was just reading now what the person wrote, and I was trying to correct the person. So we don't need to mention. We don't need to keep on discussing about that. Let's just face our business here right now. Okay, let's keep on getting the point, so that will not distract us. Okay, how the world system works, how the world system enslaves. So the next way that the system of this world uses to enslave us, apart from the pressure from the society to work in some certain prestigious place, is that even there is pressure that comes from our families as well. If you are married or you have, even if you are not married, you come from one family anyway. You come from one family or the other, and since you are coming from one family or the other, you like it or not, your family puts pressure on you. They don't even know what you are thinking or why you are not working. If they just discover that you finished college and you are not working, that is a whole lot of pressure that comes from your family. Why is it that our family don't tell us to go and learn the laws of money? They don't tell us to go and develop investment mentality. They don't tell us to go and discover our calling. They don't tell us to go and find out the will and purpose of God in our lives and to go and pursue it. They don't, because they are not informed. They don't know these things. Most of the time, they just know one thing. Our families only know one thing: job. And to them, the only way to make a living in this life is to go get a job. So as soon as you finish college, all your people, from your mother to your father or to your brother or to your uncle, everybody say, have you got a job yet? Where are you going to work? And they don't even realize that is exactly what the world system wants. The world system wants everybody to put pressure on you so that you are sold out and you go and sell yourself out to this same world system that is captivating you. And you are even afraid of losing your job. Most people are afraid of losing their job. They want to be sold out to that world system and just be under the employment, just for everybody to know that they are employed, and because they are getting some changes, some money money, but it's not through employment or salary that you can get really financially free. Only few people can get enough salary for them to be sustained. Even if you are making $500,000, like I said, a month, it will still not be enough for you as long as you're on salary. You will never be free from the world system. You are still under the captivity and slavery of the world system. So this is how the world enslaves people. And I have 30 points, like I said, and I'm just in point what now? Family pressure. What point is that? Point number 10. Yes, point number 10. So point number 10. Yes, family pressure is another way that Satan tries to, and not tries, actually enslaves us. Now, the next way that Satan enslaves, point number 11, how this world system enslaves, a world economic system enslaves people, is that we are not told, we are told to work, we are not told, and we are not taught how to use the money that you are making through that job to set yourself free eventually. We are not taught. Normally, we are not taught. We are not taught. Even in universities and colleges where we go to school, the way the curriculum is set up, even the curriculum is set up by the world system, by the system of this world. So the curriculum is set up in such a way that you will manage and you will just be in charge and be the director and be the one that is managing what other people control, what other people own. So you are not going to be taught how to be set free from the world system. So we are not taught when we are working. We are only encouraged to work and to spend. Only two things. We are only two things about money. Go and work to make money, and number two, how to spend money and spend it more. We are not. They don't tell us the truth. They don't reveal to us the purpose of work. But the real purpose of work really is not to serve money. The real purpose of money is not to make money. The real purpose of money is not to make a living and to strive to survive. The real purpose of money is to discover yourself, discover your gifts, and the gift that you have already discovered, to use it to maximize your potential, to glorify the maker, to glorify the Lord of Lords, the God that gave you that gift and that talent. So the whole idea of work is that God wants you to use the abilities, the talents, the gifts that he has put into you to glorify him. So we are never told that, and you are never told that the reason why God has given you those talents and all that is for you to discover your calling, your purpose on earth, and to go ahead and leave that slavery into a job or to work to the world system and go and pursue the purpose for which God has called you. We are not told that. We are not told that you should use the money that you are making out to set yourself free from the world system. No, you are not told. It's even the opposite. Even when you want to set yourself free, they will come back and say, okay, let's give you a raise in your salary. Let's pay you more. Or let's give you promotion. Or we are going to do this and that to you so that you will not go. Everybody wants you to remain under the world system. They don't tell you the truth about how the world system works, and they don't tell you the truth about money. So that is the next point there, number 10, number 11, number 12. So first of all, you should know, this is the next point. If you are going to be set free from this system of this world, of slavery to the things of this world and to this world in general, you must realize that you were created by God to do something specific on this earth, and the goal of your creation is for you to fulfill the purpose for which the Creator made you, to seek his kingdom, to seek the establishment of his kingdom, to seek the increase of his kingdom, to see the advancement of his kingdom, to seek the establishment of his righteousness, to bring his virtues and values and principles of the kingdom of God through you, to establish the dominion of the glory of God in that particular sphere of life that God has called you to. That is the purpose of work. That is why I said in the morning that work was not created or was by God after the man and Adam and Eve fell. Work was created while Adam and Eve were still in the Garden of Eden. And the reason God created it was not because they needed to survive. The reason why God created, work in the Garden of Eden was not because people needed money. It's not because so that people would make a living. They had everything they needed. They were already making a living even without working. Everything was there. The provision was there for them. The fruits were there. The trees were there. Everything they needed were there. They didn't need to buy clothes because the glory of God itself was covering them. So they didn't need anything to work for. But they still needed to work. Why? Because work is a means of glorifying God. Work is a means of discovering yourself. Work is a means of being like God the Creator. Work is a means of discovering the creative nature of God in you. Work is the gifts that He has given unto us. One of the greatest gifts of God that He has given to man, so that man would discover the nature of God in himself, because God himself is working. The Bible says that Jesus said, my Father walks up till now and I walk too. So the work is the nature of God. God gave us His nature so that when we walk, we'll discover Him. When we walk, we discover the nature of God that is already buried in our system. And then when we walk, we glorify Him also. And when we walk, we fulfill purpose for which He had already created us in the first place. So, but that is the next point. So work is not for making money. So if you are still working today to make money, you are living in deception. I'm sorry, you are living in deception. And it means you are under the world system. You are under the world slavery system. It means you have been deceived. You have been captivated. You are under bondage. You are under bondage. You are still working to make a living. If you are still working to survive, if you are still working to make money, it means mammon is your God. Mammon is your God. It means right now you are under the power of mammon, and God is not your Lord anymore. But God becomes your Lord when you are working to glorify Him. When your work is the purpose of your work, while you are going to that work, is to glorify Him, to establish His kingdom, to bring His righteousness forth, and to discover yourself and your nature and your purpose for which He sent you here in the first place. So the goal, we must know the goal and purpose of work. The goal of work and the purpose of work is not for survival, it's for service. It's not for survival, it's for service. Next point. We work, most of us work today because people said we must, we must cater for your family. You must make a living. You must survive. You must do something. You must also. Work is not supposed to be hustling. And that is true. Hustling is also another way that Satan enslaves us. When you just hustle, you just think that you must hustle in life. You must hustle through life. You never get to establish the will of God through your life. You never get to fulfill God's purpose in your life. When you are a hustler, you never get to live or to enjoy life. Anybody that is hustling, anybody that is trying to make ends meet, that's a popular word. People say I need to make ends meet. Well, that pressure to make ends meet is also enslaving you. That pressure to want to struggle and make ends with and hustle up and down. Hustling is a way of selling yourself to slavery totally. You lose yourself. Your time doesn't belong to you. You don't have time for your family. You don't have time for God. You don't even consider, are you doing what God has created you for now? Is that the best thing that God wants from you? Is that the reason why He sent you to this world? Yeah, that is right, Nkiru. Rat race. The rat race is another reason why the rat race is another way that Satan is enslaving us, that the world system is enslaving us. It's enslaving us through our desire to make a living, to make ends meet, to hustle, and that ends up being a rat race. And that rat race will never end. It destroys us. It brings, it just destruction. By the end of the day, your life is ended. You are old. You are tired. And then you have not even started to consider what God sent you here for in the first place. We are sent here by God for a purpose. Everybody is sent here by God for a purpose. Not to work for money, not to work for survival, not to work for hustling, not to work to make ends meet, but to work to glorify His name, to work to discover Him in us, to work to, to become creators like Him, to work to become, His image and His likeness, to work to bring His glory to the earth, to work to make, His righteousness cover the whole earth as the water covered the sea. That is why He sent each and every one of us. He gave us talents, He gave us gifts, He gave us ability, so that we will use these things to establish His kingdom and bring His righteousness and bring His holiness. But unfortunately, the way things are working right now is that, we forget about our purpose of creation. We forgot about what He even sent us here to do in the first place. And we just come under that pressure to survive and to make ends meet, And that desire to make ends meet makes us even to be more enslaved than before. The next point. This is a very sad point I'm about to mention now. The way the world system works is that it keeps you working. That, like I said before, it gives you only enough for you to keep on coming back. Salary, generally. Salary, the system of salary and the way salary works is to give you enough just to make sure that you keep on coming for more. But that is one side of it. But the other side of it that I want to mention in this point is that job and the world system makes sure that it keeps you perpetually at work, dependent on it, until he decides that it doesn't need you anymore. Until that system decides that they don't need you anymore. It is the world system that casts you out. It is the world system that, rejects you. And the system and the form that they use to reject you is that they say you are going on pension. And that means that you are useless. So they will use you until you are you are useless, until you are no more useful. And by the time they discard of you, they get rid of you, they have made sure that you have raised up generations, one generation, second generation, that you have given birth to children, that you set up a family, and that your children are now taking your place in that company or in that system, or even not just your children, but your children's children. So you must leave two generations of people that are also under the system of this world as well. Maybe not in that particular company where you are working, but they are also in the system of trying to make a living. So when they are sending you on pension, they know that you have 3 children or 5 children that are also working in order to support other system and make everything go, or you have your grandchildren that are there. So the system discards of you as soon as they don't need you. It is not you who decide. You don't have a voice. The system doesn't ask for your advice. They keep you until they need you, and they discard you immediately. They tell you that they don't need you anymore. That is just the way it is in this world. I'm sorry. And of course, number 15 point, once they discard of you, they give you pension. But pension means go and die. They send you on a pension. And most people who after they go to pension, they die very fast. Because they don't see the meaning of their lives anymore. Most of them even lose they lose their purpose in life, because they think that being in that slave system is their purpose in life. And when they go on pension, some of them die quickly. And some of them, even when you go on pension, they pay you your what do you call it? Your pension money, induity, or what do you call it? Gratuity or something. They pay you your gratuity just for you to go and be spending that gratuity. Like in America, you have to go and, most people are dreaming of going to Florida. And you know why they pay you gratuity? So that, because they know that you are going to that Florida or you are on pension, they have already built hotels there. They have already built tennis courts there. They have already built amusement parks there. They have already built malls there. They have already built things all over that same Florida. Why? So that the money they gave you for your pension and your gratuity, and once you receive it, you are going to spend everything there. You are going to buy, even if you want to buy land, you are going to buy land there in that same Florida, and that land is their own land, the land that is of the owner, the people who gave you the money. You are going to buy the land from them, so the money is going back to their pocket. Then you are going to buy car. Because you are in pension, you need a new car to drive around, and the car, it is going back to, the money is going back to them because it belongs to the same people who paid you the money in the first place. Then you are going to be going to the mall and be going to the shop and all that, and those shop belongs to them. So everything they paid you after your hustling and after your struggle, after your 40 or 50 years of work, and when you go on pension, you think you got a lot of money, you got gratuity and all that, and you are going to spend and just enjoy life right now. But that money, you are giving it right back to them. So that your pension life, you are spending every penny, everything they have given you to pay them back. And you are, so it's going back right to the pocket of the people who pay you the money, all these years, and this that you have served all this year, the money goes back to their pocket, and you die, and they just go and bury you. And your parents and your relatives will still go and borrow money to bury you, or they will still go into debt to even send you to even make sure you are buried normally. So that is the way this world is, and that is why I am talking and teaching on how to get yourself set free from. I'm sure I'm feeling right now that a lot of people are wondering, how can we get set free? How can we get liberty? I spoke about that a little bit this morning, and I spoke about that all this week. So go listen to the old cassettes again. Even if you have listened to me, go listen again. And if you don't have my book, Money Won't Make You Rich, this is the book where I touched on all these things, and this book will really help you a great deal. A lot of people I've made 200 millionaires just through the teachings that are written in this book. And even right now, people who bought this book this year, last year, they are telling me, Pastor, they are giving me testimony of how they have become financially independent thanks to this book. So if you don't have this book, go to Amazon and you can get it. And also, if you want to discover your life calling, and you want to serve God, and if that is what God wants you to do, not just as a preacher, but as a professional, if you want to make a difference with your life, I started a Nigerian transformation group, and what I'm planning to do, I want to take 2,000 people from all over the world back to my home country, Nigeria, that will be able to lift Africa up. So if you have a burden to help regenerate Africa and Nigeria in particular, and you want to join my team, I have a team of 200 from Ukraine already, from Ukraine, Russia, and I need 2,000 people to go with me from all over the world. If you want to join my team, first of all, I want to encourage you to go get this book. You don't have to be from Nigeria. Go get this book from Amazon as well. Nigeria, it's about how to transform your country. But if you want to join my team and move to Africa with me for 2 years or 3 years or 5 years and help regenerate that country and Africa in general, you need to write to me at pastor@godembassy.org, pastor@godembassy.org, or you need to write to my organization that I started for Nigeria. It's a foundation. It's called Nigeria at SundayAdelajaFoundation.com. So that is the flag bearer, the flagship that we are using to do the transformation. So Nigeria at SundayAdelajaFoundation.com. So you can write to that organization, and you will send you more information about this. But concerning the money, I will be coming back to you tomorrow. This is just 15 points. I only got halfway today. I will come back tomorrow morning to finish this one, how the world system enslaves you. And then tomorrow evening, I will begin to talk about the series on the loss of money. And that will be revolutionary. And every day till Sunday, I'm going to be talking about all these financial principles, and I will make sure I get you out of the slavery. If you are interested, only people who are interested. If you are really interested in setting yourself free from the slavery system of this world, you want to come and listen to me morning and evening every day. And please go and share this. Go and share this message. Go and share the link. If you have not shared the link yet, please, you want to go and do it and be a blessing to somebody. You want to go and press the share button in your timeline. Don't forget, because most of the time we forget. We want to do something, we forget, and get emotional about what we've heard and just go overboard with emotions. So, but don't forget to share this link and write something for your friends. Write something inspiring to them. Let them know that they could be set free. A new world is coming. We are going to change the world together. We are going to change the world. Nkiru says, I am being changed morning and evening. I'm so glad for all I hear. God bless you, sir. Okay, thank you. What are other people saying? Yeah, I normally encourage people to write. Will you people write what you think about this teaching tonight? I need to hear, because I need encouragement. I need to know that this is helping somebody. Will you people just be endeavor to go and write something? Will you write if this is a blessing to you? If this is if you are learning anything, if this is blessing you, please write something. Let me know, because it makes me to spend 4 or 5 hours preparing to come and meet you every day. And I need to hear your report. I need to hear your thinking, your feelings, and your impression. Because if I want to be spending 4 or 5 hours of my life on you every day, I then must know what you are thinking, if this is helping you or not. Okay, Bobo says, brilliant teaching. Later you might need to start a teaching on how you personally got to this level of thinking and the way you see things. The level you are at is a true liberation. Thank you. Oyewole Okweyemi said, this is great. I've been blessed. God bless you, Pastor. Senyo said, how to reduce poverty among Christians. That's exactly what I'm doing. I've started it since last week. Go listen to what I've been teaching. Yemisi says, I've shared it on my timeline. God bless you. Thank you. Kathy Austin says, thank you and God bless you, Pastor. Oh, wow. These are just general stuff. I want you to know what this is giving you personally. Thank you. Everybody's saying thank you. That's like telling me nothing. I want to hear what is happening to you. Thank you, Pastor Sunday. These teachings are priceless. I already feel liberated. Okay, that's better. Thanks, Pastor, for making me know what I didn't know. May God bless you. Okay, may God be praised. Go back, say, my life is being transformed with these teachings on a daily basis. Thank you. Okay, well, thank you very much. I hope you will change. I hope this is blessing you. I hope your lives are going to be transformed in the real sense of the word. Ibrahim Adeleke is saying, Pastor Sunday, your wisdom is so timely, and only God can bless and reward you for this awesome prize. Yes, sir, this teaching and principles will go on for the next 100 years, sir. Oh, amen. I received the word. The church is marching on. Amen. Yeah, I like that. I want somebody to take it over. And by the way, if you are still there, I'm looking for anybody who knows how to write. If you are gifted in writing and you want to join me in writing all these books, because there are too many for me right now. I need collaborative writers. I need people who know how to write, and so that we'll convert some of these teachings into books. So if you want to help in that area, you could write to me as well, pastor@godembassy.org, pastor@godembassy.org. But you have to be willing to do that fast, and I will pay you for it, definitely. It's not going to be for free of charge. I'm going to pay you for it. So if you feel that you have the gift of writing and you can help convert some of these teachings to writing, you might want to write me. And let's do that together. Well, nice talking to you. My time is up today. I'll be back tomorrow morning. And for you who don't know the time is 7:30 in the morning, English time, British time, 8:30 European time, and 7:30 Nigerian time in the AM, that is. And of course, in the US is 2:30 Eastern time in US, 2:30 Eastern time. AM, 2:30 AM. I'm sorry, it's midnight, but what can I do? That's just the way it is. Then in the evening, I'll be back again, 7 o'clock British time in the evening, and 7 o'clock Nigerian time as well, and 8 p.m. European time. And then that is better in America already. In America, it will be 2 p.m. In the day, 2 p.m. in the day. So God bless you. Nice having all of you. And please go and share the button. Go and share the link. Press your share button once you finish, and we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.